It feels like the open world survival game genre has been around forever, and at this point, it has been, and will continue to be with how many new titles are releasing daily. But instead of playing something new and trendy, I wanted to play something old. 32 years old. And despite that age, the game is still in active development. Anyways everyone, welcome to Unreal World, a survival crafting game that throws you right in the middle of Iron Age Finland, where you have to do one simple thing: survive. Whether it be by trading, fishing, hunting, or a mix of everything, it's up to you to survive in whichever way you feel fit. So, in order to give the game the shot it deserves, I will be surviving 100 in-game days, starting with no items. We will learn how to hunt, how to fish, and most importantly, how to carve out my own life living alongside the land. All within a 2-hour supercut. I hope you enjoy. There's nothing quite like getting airdropped in the middle of the woods, with absolutely nothing to our name, at the very ripe age of 16 years old, which is a perfect time to face some of the most grueling and challenging trials known to man. Anyways, everyone, welcome to Unreal World. And today we're gonna see how long or how well we can survive starting with quite literally nothing in the middle of the woods. And if you look around right now, the game is definitely something on the eyes, but hopefully I should make the editing a little bit more palatable for this game. And as it stands right now, we are in the middle of a spruce mire in the morning, with no real bad status effects to our name yet. But that's gonna change if we don't move right now, because we don't have food, we don't have a way of procuring food, and time is money right about now. So we are going to look around the area, just a tiny bit, to look for a few supplies. And by supplies, I mean rocks on the floor so we can make our first tool. And as soon as we collect 2 rocks, we can go ahead and make ourselves a quick stone knife, which is gonna be our best friend and the only tool we have for quite a while. So after we nap that out, making a decent stone knife, we can actually start to look for a location, right? Because as it stands right now, there are no animals nearby. There is water though, but we really can't fish out of a puddle, so what we're gonna have to do right now is explore a tiny bit around the area in order to find a better suited location for us. Which we can easily do by opening up the overworld map and looking around a little bit. Right now, it's just a bunch of marsh and not a lot of rivers or lakes, so we are just gonna wander around until we find exactly what we need, which is a beautiful fish-filled river. On top of that, there is a reindeer up ahead, but with a knife, I think we would lose that fight. So instead of fighting a reindeer with a rock and stone knife, we are going to head up north in order to reach this nice little crossing right here, which is where we are going to make our base. For 1, we have water to fish from. 2, we have a forest to collect timber. And 3, we are right next to a ford, which is going to be perfect because this acts as a bit of a natural barrier for animals to cross. And when animals cross, that means we can hunt them pretty easily. Not that old Grungus is going to be successful in any way, shape, or form when it comes to a hunt because, yeah, no, hunting is very difficult in this game. But we can potentially not starve to death with this location. And speaking about starvation, it looks like Grungus is already pretty hungry, which means we need to move quick. Which means I need one thing right now. We need to make a homemade javelin in order to spearfish out of the ford nearby. That needs a staff, a cutting weapon, and fire for hardening the head. If we can get all 3 of those, we can begin the RNG pull of fishing. So, in order to get that, we need to chop down a couple of trees with our stone knife, using our timber craft skill. Netting us a whole bunch of spruce twigs and slender tree trunks, which I can then refine into a staff, taking us about a full 2 hours. Okay, this is where things start to get a little bit more dire, right? If you guys look around right now, it has started to rain, which means that I won't be able to sleep without a shelter. So as it stands right now, I could either A, make a shelter, guaranteeing my chances of sleeping through the night, or B, make ourselves a javelin and potentially catch ourselves a fish. I'm very much leaning on the side of the first option because 1, I really don't want to get hypothermia, and 2, not being able to sleep throughout the night is going to screw up my sleeping schedule. So yeah, we're gonna go make ourselves a shelter and just go our full night without any food. Now, to the very least, we won't freeze to death. Bada boom, here's our new and improved shelter. It's really not much, but it will keep me sheltered. On top of that, we actually didn't use up too much time, so I think we might be able to squeeze in that last minute javelin. All I need right now is a little bit more lumber and a little bit of time to make a quick fire. A fire that's gonna last until late night, which should be right on time for us to finish up our craft here. So let's go make ourselves the javelin now for the rest of the day, because it takes a lot of time to refine these things. Boom, we've obtained a crude javelin. It was the best we could do with the given tools and materials. But that is gonna be our first day. It's currently midnight, we're extremely hungry, extremely thirsty, our nutrition is insufficient, and we are ready to drop. The last thing I'll do today is drink some nice river water, and we can go to sleep in hopes of catching a fish tomorrow. Is what I would say if hunger didn't keep us awake from the pain. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a very, very rough day, but we will just try to sleep through it in hopes of getting a little bit of our stamina back. There we are, now we're pretty lively and comfortably warm. And malnourished. In all honesty, it could be worse though, because this game is pretty realistic in the way that it deals with starvation, right? If you look up to that little bar there, we actually do have a starvation meter, and just because we are hungry doesn't mean that we will die immediately like another survival game. Instead of starving immediately and dying, we are going to wither away, slowly getting weaker and dying a very pathetic death, which is something I want to avoid. So we are going to begin our big journey of spearfishing with a crude javelin. The chances that we don't get something are pretty high, but we have to roll it up regardless. And if we can get a couple of fish in our system, we can work on getting more types of food, right? Particularly ones with trapping. It's gonna take a lot of time, and we're not gonna catch a lot of fish, but I'll let you know if we do get anything interesting. Okay, cool, we actually got ourselves a pike right there. A very large 6.6 pounder that I'm gonna cook up immediately to stave off starvation. It should be prepared to eat in a couple of hours, which means we can do a little bit more fishing while we're waiting. I really want 2 to 3 fish, so hopefully we get that today and we can move on to more productive things. Only time can tell though. For now, we aren't catching anything, but we can eat our fish, which is going to keep us going for quite a bit longer. Now begins the fun part of just fishing. Let's hope this goes by pretty quickly though. I really don't want to fend off starvation barely for the rest of the day. Well, it took me almost 2 full days of spearfishing and enough exhaustion to make us almost pass out, but we finally have enough food to last us a few days, namely 3 delicious roasted pike. And we still need to roast up the last one, but we have finally caught enough food to where we won't have to worry about it anymore. So I'm gonna go cook up this last little bit here with this very nice fire. Alright everyone, welcome to day 2. After I just gotten done eating that little bit of pike, our character passed out from exhaustion and woke up on day 4. Thankfully, our new roasted pike didn't burn, so we have a whole bunch to eat from now, which means it's finally time to move on to a better source of food production, right? As cool as this entire fishing thing is, it's very reliant on the weather, and what I'm trying to say is that it's basically RNG aside from the conditions that we can set in our favor, like the time of day and area that we are fishing at. But yeah, no, it's not reliable at all, and my best chance of survival is going to be having multiple ways of getting food. So we are going to be moving on towards passive hunting, making some light lever traps, which is a trap for small animals such as hares and grouses. And my plan for these right now is to litter them all across the shoreline of this river here in hopes that a animal crossing this ford is going to walk in and trigger my traps. We're going to be setting up quite a few, so it is very good that these don't cost too much to make. All we need really is a slender trunk, 2 branches, and a stone, which I can get from our slender trunks here, the stones over there, and the branches from this alder tree right over here. Now I will say, we're not going to be moving too far away from our shelter, as I really want to capitalize on it being nearby and easily, checkable. So I'm going to move up just a tiny bit, and we are going to begin dropping our traps right over here. And right now, my goal is to drop down about 4 or 6 light lever traps across the shore, then we can move over to other areas, just in case this one isn't too prosperous with animals, right? So let's get this bread. So here's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7 right there. We did go a little bit over the limit that I'd set, but I wanted to drop a couple in between this forest and the clearing out here, in hopes that we might catch a few rabbits eating these nettles over here. So yeah, I'm hoping that we catch something really nice out of these. If we don't, I can move over a couple more overworld tiles in order to, broaden the horizons a bit. The only thing I want to avoid is over-trapping the area, because you can do that and lower your chances of getting something, right? And if I were to wager another really good spot to set up traps, it would be down here at this corner here and over here at this peak to try and catch any animals trying to cross. For now, we are vibing, and now that we are, we can begin with another thing. And that's the fact that I need some more tools, and more importantly, a couple more javelins, so if I do come across any animals in the overworld, I can actually try to hunt them. Like that reindeer over there, which taunts me very much so. Because as it is right now, we only have 1 javelin to throw, and if I miss, it's basically over, right? So having a handful of javelins would increase my chances of killing some big game. And speaking about that, we only got 1 javelin, but you never know what can happen. Okay, we didn't find it, but we did find a black goose as well, which I might be able to get lucky with. It's actually right there. This is as close as we're gonna get, by the way, so I am just gonna roll the dice and see if I can get lucky with this throw. God diggity dang it. Okay, that was a big miss. We do have a rock we can throw potentially, and maybe the knife. Nope, it's gone. That's why we need more than 1 javelin, right? Instead of having to throw a rock and a knife in hopes of getting it, we can just bulk throw javelins. Yeah, no, it's gone. It's flown away. Well, swing and a miss. Let's go head back to camp and let's go focus on javelin production then. Or at least as long as our roasted pikes last. Anyways, everyone, welcome to day 6. We really only have 1 last pike left for us to eat, but we finally have 4 crude javelins to use to hunt with, which is pretty damn awesome. What's not awesome is the fact that none of these traps have caught anything, so I think I'm gonna go head out in search of some game that I might be able to get lucky with, right? And maybe if we find ourselves a very hot spot when it comes to animals, we can set up some more trap lines over there, and remember to check it every 2 or 3 days. For now, we're going to be moving around, following the coastline in hopes of finding something cool. Speaking about cool things, that right there is a moose, and a reindeer. Oh, this is a really good spot. We're going to see if we can move up to this reindeer and maybe cut it off soon, if I don't lose it. And it looks like we found it. A forest reindeer. About 9 tiles away from me. It currently doesn't see me. We can hide a little bit, and I might be able to get a little bit closer. Right now, my entire plan is to get a decent shot, and if I hit this thing, I can track it down for a couple of miles and slowly let it exhaust itself and bleed out and die, to where I can take the fresh kill. Okay, that's as far as we're gonna get. We're gonna try to throw our javelin. Come on. Please let luck be on my side. Damn it. Our javelin flies past the forced reindeer and it runs away. Now begins the chase. If you look over, you can see that there are tracks around the area to where we can actually slowly follow the animal. And now begins the fun part of hunting this thing down and tracking it to maybe exhaust it to death and maybe get a better shot. So right now it's heading off to the southeast and we are going to give chase very slowly and calmly. Yeah, no, it's still running away in the southeast. Matter of fact, it's right over there. Oh, on top of that, there seems to be some reindeer calves, which are going to be smaller, but a lot easier to exhaust and kill. Oh my, there's actually an entire herd here. Okay, we're gonna try to get another javelin in very quickly. Come on, Grungus! You win these! Damn it, we don't. Maybe I win these, though. I don't. Dang it. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna lead them into the open field here, and I'm gonna go for the weakest one, which is gonna be that little baby right over there. We're going to slowly hunt it down and exhaust it to death. I don't really care about the big ones, as long as I can scare them and get them separated from their parents. Oh yeah, look at that little goober over there. It's already slightly fatigued. The good thing about the babies is that they really like to follow their parents, so I can kind of track them in that way, and I know where the babies are going to end up, right? So as long as we don't lose track of the baby, we should be able to slowly exhaust it to death and stab it to death. Oh yeah, we got this bad boy alone. This guy is so done for. He's slowly heading up north and he's moving back down south to try to find his mom, but there's nothing waiting for it other than me. Let's see how it's looking right now. It looks breathless. I might be able to run up and kill it now. We're gonna go into a sprint and run it down with my crude javelin. I'm so sorry, little guy, it's either you or me, and it's gonna be me. So we're gonna throw our first javelin right in its torso. Damn, we still missed. Okay, that's fine, I can bludgeon it to death as well. As we're gonna use the blunt end of our spear to try our best to preserve the hide of this calf here. So we are just gonna pummel this thing until it dies. We carry out a perfect blow and land a solid hit to its hoof. We just gotta keep up that energy, and due to attrition, we are going to win. Oh yeah, now we're landing some solid hits. And as it stands right now, we've fractured its left hoof, we've punctured it in the left shoulder, and we've bruised it in the right hip. And finally, we've carried out a perfect blow to its thorax, it falls prone, and now we can finish it off with a slap right to the skull. Holy heck. When I meant one hit to the head, I meant an entire flurry of blows because this thing has a pretty thick skull. All we gotta do is bludgeon it a few more times in the skull and it should die. Bada boom. It lays still, and we have gotten ourselves our first kill. Oh, Grungus, we are eating good tonight. So let's get it back home. It's about 93 pounds, which is pretty decent, and it should supply us with food for quite the long while, right? The sad part is that I won't be able to preserve any of it because it is summer, which means that we can't dry our food outside, nor can we smoke it because we don't have an actual whatchamacallit. We don't have an actual home or an enclosed location to dry it off. So yeah, can I hunt even more of them? I'm gonna try it. Which means you're up next, little one. Let's keep an eye on the small one and let's track it down. And very soon, it is now breathless. All right, let's go equip our javelin and let's pummel this bad boy to death. Yeah, no, this little guy's not going anywhere anymore. We've crippled it, and now we have to finish it off. There it is. That's 2 dead animals ready for me to process, giving me 200 pounds of material. I'm not going to be any more greedy than that because a lot of the food is probably going to go to waste, but we can move out and head all the way home. Oh man, it's a good day to be me. And finally begin the processing of the meat. We're also gonna chomp on our fish and get some water, and now that we have done that, we can begin with skinning these reindeer carcasses. As you don't want to butcher them immediately, as you will ruin the hides, and the hides are very important for me, right? Because as it stands right now, I have no clothing, so being able to get some clothing off these two corpses is gonna be nice. So we are gonna pull up our skills. We are going to select hide working, and we are gonna skin both of these bad boys up, getting a couple of harsh and ragged skins. And now that we have done that, we can actually cut up these carcasses for food, giving me 22 forced reindeer cuts and 2 forced reindeer fats. On top of that, we even got some bones. Okay, awesome. What I want to do right now is actually set up a quick little fire so I can get this food cooked up so it will last a little bit longer. Yeah. We'll start up a fire right over here, which we can then use to roast some food. Now we have ourselves 15 roasted cuts being prepared as we're speaking. Now I really don't want to use up all of the reindeer cuts because I can use these to trap foxes in the future, so keeping some raw meat on me is gonna be nice. We're also gonna keep the fat because we need that in order to tan up the hides, which is what we're gonna do right now through a process of cleaning the skins with water, tanning them using the reindeer fat we have, and now all we need to do is let them soak out for a little bit, which should take a few hours. Bada boom, we got so much going for us right now. On top of it, we have some delicious forced reindeer cuts. I almost ate the raw stuff. I'm really glad I didn't. Oh, dude, we are doing fantastic. But I really think we can be doing better right now, right? Because now that we have these forced reindeer cuts, what I can do is set up even more trap lines, and trap lines that will have bait. So I think the last thing we're gonna do for day number 6 is going out into the wilderness and setting up some small deadfall traps, which is gonna require 2 slender trunks, 3 feet of tying equipment, 2 branches, and 1 stone. All of that is very accessible other than the tying equipment, but there is one small thing we can do to help us out a little bit with that. And that's the fact that we can make a makeshift cordage that's called a spruce withe. With this, all we need is a single sapling and a knife, and it just so happens we live in a spruce forest, so let's go collect some saplings. There we are, we got ourselves around 5 spruce saplings that we can turn into withes. On top of that, there is a small patch of blueberries out here that I will be able to harvest in a couple of months, so I'll keep that in mind for later. For now, let's go make all of the tying equipment. There we are, we were able to make up ourselves 10 inferior spruce withes, which is about 4 feet each, which means we have about 40 foot of cordage, which is gonna be enough. The only thing we need to do right now is pick out some nice locations and finally get some trap lines set up. Proper ones, that is. And right now we're gonna set up 2 here, exactly like that, and I think that's gonna be all we can do for now, so we are gonna have to hope that our forced reindeer cuts survive for a little bit longer. But yeah, we are expanding our horizons, we're doing better than ever, and I think this is a perfect time to go back home and get ourselves some well-deserved rest. Leading us all the way to day 7. Welcome on in, everyone. Our hides are done. Actually, they're not done, we still need to process them off just a tiny bit more. So we are gonna have to leave them out for probably another day until we can finally beat it over a log. But yeah, the hides are going great. We have trap lines all throughout the area, and we can only set up some more. And that's gonna be the focus today, because now that we've stabilized, we can actually look forward to the future without starving to death. And so, before I do anything else, I would like to describe what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be setting up some more trap lines, we're going to start to create bowls for trading, and finally, we are going to do a little bit more hunting. And that's really it for the short, long term of this episode, but the one thing that I would want to do in an overarching set of episodes is build ourselves a log cabin. But it's gonna require a lot of work, and it's actually why I decided we need to trade, right? Because as it stands right now, in order to make stuff like cellars, fences, parts of the wooden building, we need boards. And in order to make boards, we need an axe. Now, we can make a stone axe from materials that we have already, such as a slender trunk, rope, and a knife, but the only problem with it is that you can't create boards from it, which kind of limits its use. It also takes 1.5 years to create anything with it, so it's kind of out of the question when a log cabin is gonna take me about, I would say, 3 weeks of time. So yeah, we need to make enough money in order to trade for an actual metal axe, and preferably a metal knife. Which means we have to use our carpentry skill in order to make wooden bowls and cups, so we can actually barter it. Though it doesn't mean I don't need the axe, as we do need it in order to create the bowls to sell off. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do after I am done setting up the traps. There we are, we finally have 7 traps all set up throughout the area, and I decided to have it pretty close by to my shelter so I can check them in a single evening, right? We got 2 sites over here, 1 site over there, and 1 final one. Actually, that's it. Yeah, we have 2 on each one. Okay, yeah, no, that adds up. Awesome sauce. Now that we got those, we've found ourselves a black grouse. A very nice feathery bird. If we kill this thing early, I will have a bunch of feathers to make future arrows out of. So let's see if we can sneak up ahead, get as close as possible, finally throwing our javelin right towards its torso. Come on. Gosh, come on, Krug. Oh, okay. No, that'll do it. Well, we tried. We'll have a bunch more chances in the future. For now, we're gonna head home, and we're gonna focus on the next thing, which is going to be harvesting this birch tree for birch bark rope, because we need it for our axe, and we also need it in order to create some birch bark shoes and a cap so I'm not, completely naked out in the middle of nowhere. And in order to process it, all we need to do is peel bark from the tree, which is going to take a few hours, giving me 72 foot of birch bark strips. Now, we also hear something pretty particular from the north, a nice yelp. It's also snowing when I'm just butt naked out here, but more importantly, there was a yelp. I did decide to set up a small trap over to the north, and I think we got ourselves a little guy. Which means our trap line is already working. I'm so sorry, little guy, you are gonna keep me fed, and your fur will do perfect for me to process. And finally, we carry out a perfect blow right to its skull. All we have to do now, though, is just reset the trap. Bada boom. It's ready to give me even more food. How are our traps going up here? Yeah, there's nothing over there. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go to sleep, and I will tan the rest of it tomorrow. Skinning the hide, butchering the carcass, rebaiting the trap, and cooking up the rest. Oh man, it's crazy how fast you can actually harvest up these animals and get them tanned up the next day. But after a few hours, it should be ready to process. And in even better news, our 2 hides that we had before are ready to finally be beaten out and used as actual furs. So all we need right now is a workbench or a working surface and a beater. So we are gonna have to make ourselves a wooden club, but thankfully we should have do we have a log nearby? Oh, cool, we do. It's right here. It was a little bit hidden by the log, but we do have a tree trunk here, which means we need the club next. Bada boom, we have ourselves a crude club, giving us the ability to finish off these furs. Now, it is only 2 pounds of fur, but that is 1 successful cycle we've had of getting furs. I am just gonna hold on to them for now, and we can focus on making stuff out of them later, or we might just sell them in order to get ourselves an axe, right? For now, we are on our next big quest, and that's gonna be an axe, which we can make right now as soon as we process the birch bark we got into actual rope. Okay, never mind. We need way more birch bark strips. So I'm gonna go collect some. It's probably gonna take a few days, but we have all this food to last us quite a while. So yeah, we're gonna check our trap lines, and life will go on. I will see all of you in a little bit when we have ourselves a finished axe. And a cap and shoes on top of it, because why not? Alrighty, everyone. It's been about 2 days since you've last seen me, and we have a few updates. For one, we have our cap and shoes, so now we no longer are walking out with our dogs out. Two, we have a bunch more pelts being tanned because we got ourselves a couple of birds in our traps. And from the way things are going right now, I think we're gonna have a bunch more birds to process up later. In a bit worse of news though, our food is starting to go stale, namely our reindeer cuts, so we aren't getting as much nutrition from them. They are still edible though, but finally, what's even better is we have our stone axe, which allows me to chop down trees and turn those trees into blocks so I can make bowls. And with those bowls, we could make a lot of money. The only real problem is that we are currently right over here, and in order to reach a place that actually has traders, we need to move it up northwest to that big yellow block there, which is a cultural region. So yeah, we do have ourselves quite the journey ahead of us. So now that we have this, we're going to be skipping ahead in time even more in order to make the bowls. Though before I do skip ahead time, I am a little bit curious about the distant trap lines we've made recently. So we'll go give them a small peek before we do anything else. There, we got nothing. Over here, we have nothing. And over here, we have nothing. Okay, swing and a miss. They're still giving me food, which is all that I really care about. So yeah, now begins the fun part of making bowls. I will see all of you tomorrow. Okay, bad news everyone, it is a new day, we have survived, but I screwed up the hide making process for these two skins, and they rotted away because I took too long to make them. So yeah, that's a massive loss for my end, but you know, it is what it is I guess. We do have one that is currently being tanned pretty well. I definitely will keep that in mind. For now, if you guys don't know how to make a bowl, all you have to do is chop down a tree, then chopping the felled tree into blocks, finally making a bowl with a block of wood, an axe, and a knife, which is going to take me around 3 full hours to make. But with these rough wooden bowls, we can actually get some real work done. So yeah, that's gonna be my life. By the way, we're out of food, so we might have to start fishing again. Oh man, there's so much for me to do in so little time, but, you know, that's just how it is. I'll let y'all know if I find anything a bit bigger than a fox, though. For now, it's gonna be a lot of work. Oh my lord. Welcome back, everyone. Things, as you can tell, have not been going pretty good at all. It's currently our 3rd week of survival, I would say about day 15. We've made 6 wooden bowls, 1 leaky wooden bowl, and I have been starving the entire time. And this is the first fish we've caught in God knows how long. So we're gonna hurry up, cook this thing up, and finally stave off our hunger. And while we're doing it, we'll might as well make some more bowls. I'll be honest, I don't know how much longer we can continue with this entire thing. I mean, just sustaining out here. We are literally passing out as we cook our food, right? It's not looking good. That pike will keep me fed for a couple of days at least. So now we can get a full night's rest, and I think we ought to finish up as much as the bowls as possible. If I want to head out and trade, I want at least 14 to feel good about myself. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Hopefully RNG takes some pity on me. I think we're gonna get 1 more fish before we begin that massive journey though. Come on, just 1. That's all I need. There it is. Okay, we can begin our dark work then. Oh my god, that's food. That's food right there. Hello, goodbye. Oh my lord, I didn't realize how big this rabbit was. We just caught ourselves a big hare carcass. 10.4 pounds of delicious goodness right there. Oh, that is a good sign. All right, we are saved, everyone. I think we're gonna process this bad boy up, and it should be enough energy for me to finally subsist. Oh, that is such a nice boon. It's literally been days since the traps were triggered, so that is gonna be food for me. We got ourselves 2 edible cuts of hare meat. I was really expecting more from it being 10 pounds. But what are you gonna do, right? At the very least, we got ourselves another hide for me to process and not screw up. By the way, I decided to not use animal fat anymore to tan our material, instead using alder bark, because we can use it and eat the fat instead, which is something that I very much enjoy. So yeah, that's how we've been tanning. But, yeah, no, that's food. Alright, I'll take it. Delicious. Well, that's gonna be the last of our roasted pike, just about. It is now, like, week number 4, and we really don't have much to show for it, but we are alive, and I think we have enough wooden bowls to trade with the traders. Now we just need to make the big trek over, right? And overall, I would say things gone pretty decently, right? We got ourselves about 60 feathers and about 5 furs for us to sell off. I hope that the villagers that we come across are okay with this half-naked man selling them very bad bowls. Actually, there's one good bowl out of, like, 14 terrible bowls. I hope they'll be okay with it, but we are finally ready to head on out, everyone. Oh, man, we got one hell of a journey ahead of us, but we might find... Is that a wolf over there? Okay, those are wolves. That's not good. But hopefully we should make it there within a couple of days, and maybe we'll find some animals to kill along the way. Oh no, it's all islands here. This is gonna take a while, everyone. Well, at this point, we're in it to win it, so yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of traveling from here on out. Hello there. Is that a bear? Am I so desperate right now as to try and kill it? You know what? We got a couple of javelins. What's one bear? All we have to do is be ready to throw a javelin at a moment's notice. This could be the end of our character, I'll be completely honest. This bear is heading northwest and it's following the tree line right now. I don't have a sight line on it. It's right there. Okay. If we just continue to follow this thing, we can fatigue it out, and by the time it's fatigued, we can throw like 3 javelins in its body and finish it off that way. Good. Just a little bit more, little guy. It roars at me. That's fine. It's a baby. It also flees. Yeah, that's right. I'm not scared of you. Right for now. Why am I doing this? Whatever. Anything to get some damn food in my system. Alright, everyone. Bad news. I lost the bear. I am really sad about this. I was really hoping that would have been my break, but yeah, I spent a long time looking around it, and I'm pretty sure it led me in a circle. So, no bear for us today. That's fine. We just gotta continue forward a little bit to the village so I can sell off these damn bowls. By the way, we are actually going further away from civilization. This is terrible. We're probably gonna have to head down and south and around then. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's just head back home. Is what I would say if there wasn't an elk here. Okay, this might be my chance. It's a lone elk. The one thing we have to do is not lead it into the tree line. So we're gonna run across it and get it going that way. Okay, it's time. We are gonna run this thing down if it's the last thing I do. Because as it stands right now, I am starving to death, and this elk would be a lifesaver for me. Okay, you know what? We might just... Okay, you know what? We might have to run this thing down now. It's just a small elk. It's not even exhausted. Javelin, please? Oh, so close! I already lost it. I have no idea where the hell it is in this damn rain. Okay, let's head home. Or not, please. I just need one kill. It's sleeping right now. And we missed. Why do I even try with the dang javelins? Genuine question. You know what? I'm gonna head home and we're gonna make a bow. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my time. Anyways, welcome home, everyone. We are going to sleep hungry, and we are gonna make ourselves a bow. Because if you remember, we did get ourselves a whole bunch of feathers from the previous trap kills, right? So in order to make a bow and arrow, we are going to need spruce twigs, a cutting weapon, and a bowstring. And in order to make the bowstring, we need 60 foot of thin cordage. The good thing is that I think we can use the furs we have to make some basic cordage. I could be wrong, and this might be where I die, but we have to try. Alrighty, we can make one set of thin leather cordage. Bada boom. 15 foot. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Please tell me we can use that to make a bowstring now. We need 60 foot. Dude. Okay, you know what? Oh, yeah, no, that just happened, huh? You know what? We have to make it over one way or another. I think we need to head back out. We need to sell these bulls. So we will do that in the morning. Okay, never mind. There's a river that continues all the way throughout the area, so I can't leave. I am basically trapped here until I make myself a boat. We need to make ourselves a boat, and in order to make a boat, we need a board, I'm pretty sure. Oh man, it's one thing after another. Can I please kill this elk? It's the last thing I need. Okay, it's an entire herd. We can do this. We just gotta get one and stick it with the pointy end. Alright everyone, we found out where the reindeer are coming. I'm hoping that we can just get lucky with one of them. There's so many running around here, but I'm such a terrible shot with these stupid javelins that I can't kill them. It's not the same as running down a child, you know what I mean? It's a lot more work, but hopefully we can start to slowly exhaust at least one of these, and then we can pick it out and kill it. Like that small reindeer forest doe right over there. As long as we got a sight line on it, we should be a-okay. I'm coping so damn hard right now, by the way. It's bad. It's so bad. Alright, everyone. It's been a little bit. I've been running at this single small doe the entire time, and I think we finally gotten it to be exhausted, right? If we look at it right now... Alright everyone, it has been a couple of hours of me charging at this reindeer horde, and we finally got lucky. I singled out this singular reindeer doe. It is small, but it's breathless, and we have finally won. It took every brain cell in my body to make sure I didn't lose track, or that I didn't get turned around one way or another, and we finally got it. So yeah. It's time for me to eat, like for real this time. All we gotta do is finish the job. This thing is still pretty quick, by the way, so I need to make quick work of this. Where you at, buddy? Come on. It's only gonna hurt the more you run. We're gonna aim for its legs first, so it doesn't move even further. Boom. We carry out a perfect hit. We just gotta bludgeon this thing to death. It's gonna take a little bit, but, you know, we're in it to win it. So after we take out the knees, we can finish it off by hitting it in the head, right? Let's see how it's looking right now. Okay, we have crippled it, we fractured its legs, now it's not gonna go anywhere, and we win this duel. There it is, everyone. We have finally caved in its skull, and we can eat good. Oh my god, we actually pulled it off. Okay, I'm gonna bring this bad boy back home. How much does it weigh? It weighs 186 pounds. That'll be enough for me to carry back very slowly and surely. Okay, it's gonna take a while. So you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna pass out really quick. I'm going to wake up, And we're just gonna skin it out in the field right now. So let's see how many cuts of meat we get out of this damn thing. We got a reindeer skin, which has 9 pounds of fur to it. And finally, we're gonna butcher it, giving us 22 edible meats. Oh, that is good. Give me those antlers as well. I deserve it as a treat. Okay, we're gonna head home, we're gonna cook up all this food, and I'm gonna describe my entire goal. Alrighty, here we are. It feels good to be home. Are there any animals in my traps? No, there isn't. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, our current goal right now is to reach civilization on the other end. The only problem is that we need to travel out super duper far. So what I'm gonna do next episode is cook up all of this food and use that as fuel for our very long journey to civilization, right? It's the only one nearby, otherwise we are gonna have to travel out for miles. And yeah, that's all we can really do, as if we wanted to make a boat, we would need to make a raft and a paddleboard. And in order to make a paddleboard, we need a board. And because we have a stone axe, we can't make it. So we are landlocked until we make it to civilization. Anyways, I'm gonna save all of that for next episode. I'll be honest, a lot happened. I went around in circles a lot and I starved for a majority of it. But hey, we're alive. And that's all that matters. It's currently been 4 weeks already in the wilderness, and we haven't made much progress, but I'm hoping that changes for the better next episode. And as it stands right now, we need to do a few things. For 1, we need to process our reindeer skin. 2, we need to cook up our food. And 3, we need to find a way to the cultural zones in order to trade, right? Because right now we are socially isolated from the rest of the world because of these waterways going throughout the world. We need to find a way around if we are gonna survive. So yeah, we have a lot of work ahead of us. And in all honesty, the finding the cultural zone is going to take a backseat to my survival, because I would really like to process and fully make out the skin before I do head up there, so I have some more stuff to trade. Anyways, it's time to get it started. After I pass out, because we were very tired. There we are. Let's get this bread. So yeah, as things stand right now, we're doing great. Oh man, it's so nice to have all of this food in my system. We're not gonna starve, and we can actually start to subsist a little bit. Bada boom. Eat up all you can, buddy. You've earned it. And now that we have eaten all of it, I'm gonna go look around a tiny bit for some animals to hunt, right? We have 4 javelins, and we might get lucky. And right now, we are just gonna be wasting time while this hide gets prepared. Oh, and before I do go wander around for animals to kill, there is one last thing that is pretty awesome. The nettles to the north of our area are going to be ripe in 1 to 2 weeks, so we are going to be able to process thread from those as soon as they are properly grown out. So yeah, we are going to be pretty close to a bow. Anyways, it's time to look for some stuff to kill. Alrighty, after that entire day of hunting, we didn't see a single thing. Rather, we got too tired to find anything and had to crawl my way back to our place. But boom, we're alive, we have 13 cuts still, we can check the traps, and we can progress this hide into further tanning. Anyways, it's gonna be another full day of hunting, so yeah, we are gonna be on that caribou grind set. Glug 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 yeah, glug 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 yeah, ooh, caribou! Well, hello there, little guy. Don't mind me as I just... Please, 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 please. Damn it! Oh, every time, man! Every freaking time, that's fine. Oh my god, there's so many pigs here. Okay, meat's back on the menu, boys. I mean, come on, they're pigs, right? How far can they run away? Okay, everyone, bad news. We lost them. It was one hell of a chase. We did fatigue some of them, but because our guy is terrible at throwing javelins, I have not hit a single one, by the way. So yeah, no, we lost him. I partially blame my own ability because I'm not the best tracker, I'll be honest. I just follow tracks, and I just hope I am following them correctly without being led in a loop. But also, tracking animals in a forest is really hard. That's fine, though. We might be able to find some other animals around the area. Maybe we'll get lucky next time, though, right? Right. Okay, this is our chance. It's one singular elk. As long as we follow the tracks very slow and steadily, we might be able to reach this thing. It's currently heading northwest, so we are gonna follow each track like my life depends on it. It's not raining, and it looks like we might be able to lead it outside. Yes! Oh, right there. Come on, buddy, swing and a miss! Why did I say swing and a miss? I should have said swing and a hit. Okay, chase it down. Make sure it doesn't go down to the south. It's running at an angle right now. We might be able to pull this one off. Come on, chase it down. Yeah, no, swing and a miss. You win some, you lose some. We lost that one. Let's keep our hopes up, though. We just need to get lucky. Well, at the very least, we're home. Our reindeer skin is getting there, so as soon as this thing is done, we can head out towards civilization, at least. Oh, matter of fact, it's done now, and all we have to do is workbench it. Awesome! Yeah, let's do this right now. Alrighty then. It's late afternoon. I think I'm gonna stay here for one more day and see if I can get lucky with any more animals. If not, though, we are gonna head out first thing in the morning to head over to civilization. And my path that I'm gonna be taking is gonna be north and going all the way up and around. Hopefully the lakes don't continue forever, and we will have a chance of moving over in a reasonable time. For now, though, let's do a little bit of hunting. Oh, there's a reindeer! Okay. I was just checking my traps. This might be it. All we need is just one to get exhausted right now, okay? And then we are gonna be chilling. Yeah, no, never mind. It's another loss for me. I'm starting to get the feeling that this is how a majority of the hunts are going to go. They end in failure, which just means we need to get lucky with just one hunt. If we can get one, that'll be food for another week. Sadly, today's not that day, though. Well, I guess I'll see all of you tomorrow when I make the big trek. Welcome to day 31. We have 4 furs, 14 leaky bowls, and now 4 roasted reindeer cuts to our name. We might also find an animal on the way to help us out a bit. Who knows? The only way is to actually move. Oh man, it's gonna be one hell of a trip. Well, hello there. Is that an elk I see in a closed-off land peninsula? Meaning that I can run him down basically against a wall and kill him? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, we might actually get a kill here, guys. We have traveled out farther than we've ever been, which brings up the conundrum on if I kill this elk, am I going to continue to the village, or if I'm going to set up a quick little camp to process the hide? I think if we kill it, we are going to head back to our base to get this thing all cooked up and ready to be eaten. But we'll see if we actually get it. For now, we're in. The elk is right up north. We need to cut it off right now. So let's see if we can do that. Awesome sauce. We were able to lead it down south. So now we just got to keep it on this track. And one way or another, we are exhausting this thing to death. It's nice, open here. Everything is working in our favor. I hope this guy's ready to get dunked on. Oh yeah, everyone, we have reached the water's edge. This guy is done for. He's done for. Oh man, we should have really lived here, huh? Maybe I can move here in the future. It's fatigued right now, so we are very close to winning this. All we gotta do is just kind of like follow it along the shoreline so it can never get up north of me, and we basically win, right? Yeah, that's it, little guy. This is how it ends for you. We're gonna let him cook a little bit and just exhaust himself. There's nowhere to go, buddy. You are breathless, and now you are in my domain. So we are gonna bludgeon this elk to death. It's a very healthy weight, by the way, so we are gonna get a lot of hide from this. Let's start with the legs and move from there. There it goes. We carry out a perfect blow, landing a solid hit on its hind leg, and it stumbles and falls. This is where the fun begins. It's unable to walk, it's suffering from bruises. It's easy pickings. Alright, awesome. As you can tell, I dropped my javelin and I switched over to a rock to bludgeon it to death, and it worked extremely well. We got ourselves a full elk carcass. Alright, you know, it's gonna delay our village trip by a little bit, but getting this carcass right now is huge. We're gonna skin this bad boy up, and we're gonna bring it back home. Bada boom, we have obtained a harsh elk skin, which is 21 pounds of fur. Oh yeah, we're getting this thing back home. That is so much. Yes, oh, that's perfect. Let's go butcher this bad boy up to see how much we got as well. 49 edible cuts. Oh man, it's a good day to be me. We did clean the skin here, so after I pass out really quick, we are gonna be ready to head on out. Yep, awesome. Let's get this back home before it rots any further. That is new. Alright everyone, I got a little bit sidetracked in trying to kill a squirrel by throwing rocks at it, and while I was chasing this down, an eagle owl actually swooped down and killed it. Damn. Well, that's my carcass now, thank you very much. That's so crazy! Holy hell, that's so awesome. That is actually so cool how animals can hunt the thing you're hunting down midway through. Let's get home, though. We have a lot of work ahead of us. For 1, we need to cook up the food. 2, we need to go to sleep. 3, we need to tan the hide. And lastly, we really can't do anything else right now, right? Because we need to wait for our skin to be ready by afternoon. And on top of that, we have another conundrum, right? We currently have 50 roasted cuts to eat. And I will be real with you, I don't think we're gonna complete eating this all. So we can use this cooked food as a trading utility, right? And I think I want to do that if I can make it. No, I can't make it until this thing rots. I think we're gonna wait until this is completely tanned. So in the meantime, we can hunt even more. Alrighty, everyone. We didn't find any animals while hunting. It has been another day, but we do have a foreign trader off in the distance. Hello there. Hold on, where did he go? I have no idea where this guy went. He's over here. Okay, anyways, that is a foreign trader. If you guys don't know, these guys love to trade for furs, and while I only have 4 furs to trade, we might be able to get our thing without even reaching civilization. They're not dangerous, but I won't try to kill them because they will cut my head off with swords. But we can talk to these people, introduce ourselves as Grungus Kamalainen. Anyways, the more important thing is that we can trade for items, so let's see what he has. And right now, all he has is a short sword. That's pretty cool, but I don't really need a sword, I'll be honest. I'm not good at swinging a sword. Matter of fact, I have a 28% skill into it. But let's see what the others have to offer, like you up over there. He has a battle axe, a spear, and iron kneecaps. How much for that spear? Well, we offered all of the furs we can, and it looks like he wants that to be tripled. Okay, we can't afford a spear then. Damn, dude, that's so sad. Well, it was a good shot. I could try and kill them, but no, we're not gonna do that. All right, let's go head out, and we can continue looking around for animals. The tanning process, by the way, has been going along extremely well, and we should be ready to leave in the next couple of days. Alrighty, everyone. It took me 8 full hours to prepare this hide, but we finally have it. Oh man, that took a lot of time. Also, a bunch of birds flew by and we have ourselves two little guys to go harvest up. Hey there, howdy, how are you? I hope you don't mind me bludgeoning you with my javelin. There it is, unconscious, and dead. Cool. That's 2 free birds to skin up. Let's reset the traps and wait for another day. Okay, good and bad news. It looks like the willow goose and the squirrel both have gone rotten, so we can't harvest them. Though this one bird that we do have, we can just cure it, so we can get to it later. So yeah, as soon as we go to sleep, it will be time to go to civilization. Oh man, I'm a little bit apprehensive about this journey and trip, but with, you know, almost 30 cuts of meat, I'm pretty excited. Well, at least not excited, but ready. Yeah, let's go to sleep. And let's get this bread. Well, Mr. Elk, it looks like you've gotten yourself into quite a situation. Yeah, while I was heading up and heading over towards town, I came across an elk, and of course, the hunter-gatherer in me wanted to see if I could kill it. It looks like we are about to get ourselves another kill. You're not gonna go much further, little guy, come on. He is moving around a lot, but it's not gonna help him out. Go for his legs, we're gonna club him to death. There we go, it's crippled. Now let's finish off the job. Now that's what you call one hell of a workout. Holy cow, that took a little bit of time. But we were able to kill it. Now we have a bit of a conundrum, right? We have made it, let's see, how much farther out? Okay, we're not close to the damn place at all. You know what? I'm gonna skin this up, we're gonna head home. At this point, we are drowning in furs. It sucks that I don't have a better way of processing them, but hey, can you really complain if we're killing this many animals, right? Let's go skin her up and let's head back home. You know, it's really starting to feel like a big cycle of me killing an animal, trying to travel out, heading back to our base, and getting even more hides. So instead of actually hunting while we wait for the stuff to tan up, I am instead gonna be making some clothing for Grungus here, right? We are still naked, and we have an excess of furs, so I think it's about time for me to get some, you know, actual clothing going. Yeah, that's a perfect idea. So let's go skin this up, and that's what we're going to be doing while we wait for this to tan up properly. Also, in worse news, our elk cuts are starting to go stale, so yeah, we are going to be wasting a lot of food. But there's nothing I can do about that. On top of that, we have 3 triggered traps, dude. You can't make this up. We are going to be drowning in furs. Okay, let's kill the rabbit, and finally kill the willow goose. Something in my pack is smelling foul, and our food is rotting in my pockets as we speak. We quite literally have too much to deal with, and we just can't keep up. So, yeah, we're gonna make some food. Hopefully, cooking up some stale meat is gonna be good enough. I really want to make some clothing now, though. Holy crap, we are drowning in hides. That is, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hides already being tanned. Yeah, no, we are cooking. And now that we have finally done that, we can relax just a tiny bit. And to start it off, we will be making ourselves a fur cloak. We're also going to be making a shirt, some mittens, some leggings, and some footwear. That's all we can really make right now because of the lack of cordage. Yeah, I think when we do travel up to the traders, that is going to be something we need. So let me go drop these shoes and wear the proper footwear. Yeah, no, we're no longer naked. We are actually adorned in fur, which is so damn nice. That right there is the sound of success. We were able to make ourselves another shirt, some leggings, and some footwear, meaning we are actually civilized. We're no longer naked, and we no longer have a chance of dying in the middle of the night due to hypothermia. Our food is going a little bit bad, though, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. We did use up almost all of the fur, which means we have like 3.1 pounds left. So I am going to be using this second skin here in order to buy stuff, right? We're going to go to sleep. We're going to wake up. We are going to eat some food. And we are going to finish off tanning the rest of this. Also, let's go check out our protection now, right? Because alongside the fur armor, we do get ourselves some protection. As you see, if we get mauled by an animal, we are going to be doing a little bit better. It honestly isn't much right now, but having that extra armor might save my life if we get, mauled by a bear. And as it stands right now, we are sitting in front of our camp with about 140 cuts of meat that a bear would love to kill someone for. So yeah, it's the small things that matter. And I think this is going to be a good spot to end the episode. Bada boom, we got ourselves a new harsh elk fur. We can also finish off this bird skin and turn it into leather. Bada boom, we are now a normal person. The only thing we're missing is metal tools. So I say it, and I'm gonna mean it this time. As soon as we start next episode, we need to make it to a village and sell some of the stuff off, alright? We have been in a cycle of just killing animals and heading back, but I am gonna have to draw the line very soon. So next trip, we are not stopping for any animals. The only problem right now is how far away we need to travel out to get the stuff, right? We need to go all the way up and around, not to mention all of this food we have is probably going to go bad very quickly. So saying all of that, I think we're going to pack up our stuff and just get moving, right? I will try to kill some animals along the way, but if I see another elk, I probably won't get, sidetracked and go on that whole spree once again. Yeah, it's currently evening. The only time we have is now, so let's get a move on. And that's where the actual commentary ends, because after this point, all of my mic audio got corrupted and sounds like this. Oh, okay, dodge. Okay, no, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad. So to make sure you get the full experience, I will be describing my entire journey that leads me down some very scary, but rewarding paths. Anyways, we finally set off on our journey to reach the Koivula Cultural Zone. On the way, Grungus had found a squirrel in which I decided to try and kill it by throwing rocks and javelins at it. It was stuck in a tree, and after we missed every shot, we moved on through. After traveling through the night, I had finally reached the first settlement I had seen in 40 days of survival. Sadly, the first settlement was a tiny one boasting just a single cabin. The local woodsman did have a broad knife, but he wanted to rob me blind. So I decided to fold and try my luck for other villages. Thankfully, being within the cultural zone, it didn't take too long to find another proper village. And this time, I was very lucky to find ourselves a splitting axe. What I didn't account for was the sheer price needed to trade for it, as I needed to sell just about everything, from the leaky bowls to the very clothes I have on my person. I took the deal, once again naked, with a single axe to gain. That's when I decided if I went back home with just the splitting axe and no clothing, the entire trip would have been kinda worthless. So instead, I decided to eat my now stale elk cuts and set up a camp in hopes of finding more animals to butcher and kill. It didn't take long to find a lone lynx near the tree line. I put on my game face and was able to successfully lead it out of the forest, where I proceeded to run it down until it finally got exhausted, in which I proceeded to club it over the head with my splitting axe, killing it instantly. The food was a huge boon, and the fur would be good to process later. So I decided to create a small camp and begin my dark work, cooking the food and tanning the hides. After another couple days of adventuring, I had finally found another animal. One that could be my best boon or worst nightmare. A bear. If we could kill this thing, the entire trajectory of our run would have changed for the better. But it could also maul me to death and just about punch my head off. Regardless of the risk, I decided to follow it within the woods. In a short amount of time, I went from hunter to hunted. It first tries to smack a Grungus down, but we continued dodging out of the way, landing hit after hit with our javelin, slowly whittling away the fatigue and health away from the beast in this dance of death. Very soon after, the bear ran away after a few exchanges, with Grungus following it right into a field. It was still pretty high risk, so after crippling the legs, Grungus jumped away at a safe distance, throwing a final javelin which pierced the bear's abdomen. It was finally enough to make the bear pass out from blood loss. Grungus then finished it off by curb stomping its skull in. After that, it was finally over. Now the real fun begins of processing both the hide and roasting the bear cuts to trade later. First of all, we skinned the bear and soon after butchered it, netting us 119 cuts of bear meat. We cooked up the meat and left out the skin to tan, and while it was tanning up, we went off to sell off the meat. Which means we could also set off the big journey to find a cheap knife. We traveled out pretty far and found a village who was willing to sell a cheap shortbow. After a small amount of deliberation, I decided to trade for the shortbow and arrows, as having a shortbow on hand would increase our hunting chances by quite a bit with our bear cuts and leftover bowls. Moving out to the next village, there was still no knife, but to prepare for the future, we will start to trade our roasted cuts for dried and smoked cuts so they last longer and don't go bad as quickly. We ended up selling most of the meat, which was well worth it. After that small journey, Grungus headed back to camp, finishing off the bear hide. I turned it into a bear overcoat, saving the other half to trade later. Once that was done, we went ahead and did the bear skull right to appease the spirits, leaving the skull on a fully grown lone pine tree. Then, after visiting another village, we had finally found a knife for sale. All it costed was the lynx fur. With that, we had gotten everything we had needed, and then some, thanks to the bear kill. On our way back home, we had also stumbled upon an elk and its calf. Using the newly acquired shortbow, we instantly put it to work, landing 2 solid clean hits right on the mom elk. After chasing very briefly, the mom elk passed out from blood loss, securing a new kill. But I wasn't done there, and instead chased down the calf until it went exhausted, and we clubbed it over the head with our axe, netting me 2 fresh kills to process. Man, it's crazy to see what a bow can do in terms of turning around a game. Anyways, we are back with actual commentary. And with it, we have a very busy day ahead of us as we have 2 animals to process and clean fully. We then have all of the cuts of meat to sell, and lastly, we gotta lug it back all the way to our base, which is gonna be quite the handful, but if we take it one step at a time, it should be okay. And as it goes right now, what I'm gonna be doing is gonna be skinning the animals and letting those tan out near some water, 2, butchering and cooking up the meat so I can sell it off to some nearby traders, and finally 3, we're probably gonna turn the furs into actual clothing. Thankfully, we did kill these 2 animals in a pretty nice location that's very open and has water right down here with a couple of spruce trees to make a shelter. Aside from that though, there's really not much else on my plate other than the fact that we are going to be trading for more dried and smoked meats, so we have a little bit of extra stuff to prepare for my next plan. But I'll get to that after we're done, dealing with these 2 problems here and there. Skinning up the hides into actual decent skins. This is another thing that's extremely nice compared to me using a stone knife, is the fact that we can actually get proper quality from the things we make, and it's not going to be rough and half destroyed, which means we can sell it for even more profit. On top of that, it makes stuff like butchering a lot quicker as well. We are famished though, so we are gonna have to sleep on the floor and continue it in a little bit. And speaking about that, we might want to cook up the food first so it doesn't go bad any faster. There we are. It took us the entire day to butcher the stuff up, but we have in our inventory quite literally 278 elk cuts. That is so much food. We have to do so much now. It's the middle of the night. We are gonna have to trade this almost immediately, but I am gonna drop it off, and we are gonna slowly move it over towards our little camp. I say that passing out. It's gonna be so bad. Oh man, that's fine, that's fine. Let's see if we can set up a little camp in the meantime. I really hope none of this goes to waste. Okay, that was probably one of the most stressful times of my life, and we did make a few mistakes, but we were able to roast up almost all of the elk cuts to workable forms, right? So now we have to make the trek outside of our place to sell all of this junk. On top of the roasted elk cuts, we have also moved on to starting up our elk skin tanning. It's gonna take a little bit more time for these to be all ready and set, but we have gotten past the scary part. So yeah, both of them are up to hang. We can go eat some of these cuts, and we can lug them over. Though I will also say we burned some of the elk cuts waiting, so we wasted about 60 cuts. But overall, we are still leaving with a massive profit, and it's time to figure out how much stuff we can buy from these villages. It's gonna be a lot, by the way. I'm actually really excited. So after we grab all of the cuts, we can chart out our course to the nearest village, which is gonna be about a day's travel to the west. There is one place outside of the cultural zone, so I'm hoping we'll be able to lug off all of our stuff over there. Yeah, no, I'm ready. Let's do this. It's morning. We are gonna make so much money, and we're gonna get so much dried food from this. I'm ready. Ah, here we are. Let's go get this bread, in which we're gonna be grabbing anything that they have to sell. Which really isn't much. I think we got ourselves 2 dried fish and 6 dried elk cuts, but we are making some moves. Okay, off to the next village. This one was really tiny. And just like that, we finally have sold off all of our roasted elk cuts. We did need to drop off some of our dried foods, but I think it's gonna be well worth it, right? I wasn't able to buy a punt, but instead what we are able to get is a fine wide trident, which I can use to both hunt animals, defend myself, and spearfish with. On top of that, we also have ourselves a fine lipo and a couple of extra cuts of meat. That's all we could really afford, and I think it's a pretty big win. Now I'm gonna pass out, and we're gonna move on out to our base to process the hides and finally leave this area. I hope we can make it back to our hides before they rot fully. Oh, okay, we finally made it back, and our elk skins aren't ruined yet. Let's go tan these up fully, and then we can leave. There we are. We have currently lived 54 days, and it's finally time to head home a new person. Oh, cool, there's another bear. Do I even want to try it? We're already trying it. The bear's coming in after me. All right, it's time. Why am I doing this to myself? I have no idea, but we're going to see if we can pull this one off. We stagger it in its hip. It's a little bit fatigued. We're going to dodge. And we're going to stab this thing to death with our new trident. Okay, this is bad. I threw my trident thinking it was gonna run away, but it bit me in the arm. That's not good. We need to kill this thing now. Whew. Okay. We're dodging back and forth, but we did get another hit on its hip. If we can make this thing run away, that'll be perfect for me. We just have to survive the onslaught. I am playing with God right now. We got it roaring in pain though, and it just fell over. Capitalize on it, stab it in its body. Boom. It's back up. It's running away. Perfect. Let it go. Yes. Okay. We're back. Let's re-equip our arrows and see if we can get another shot off grabbing our trident as well. This thing's not gonna go far. We're winning this. So right now what I want to do is follow it at a distance and make sure we're... Oh, nope, it's back at us. Okay, that's gonna be another shot then. We whiffed. That's fine, because we have our trident, in which we were able to execute a skilled thrust, and it makes a late attempt to leap away, giving us a good shot. We're still dodging the shots. It's looking pretty messed up right now. It's walking lame. This is perfect for me. Just keep it up, buddy. Just keep it up. Grungus the Bear Slayer. Oh, that's another hit. Okay, we got it running away again. We also dropped our trident. That's fine, though. We are here to win this. We're gonna follow it from a distance now. I am gonna give it a little bit of time to cook. I'm gonna grab my arrow, and we are gonna slowly hunt this thing down. It's not escaping. Oh, it's in the water. We hit its shoulder. We can then pull out our trident and get ready to kill this thing. Also, if you're wondering how I'm able to dodge this thing extremely well, it's because we did get the first hit off, it's very wounded, and we are just outclassing it, right? It did bite us in the arm, but I think it was a very superficial wound. On top of that, if you look at our skills, I mean, come on. Grungus has a 75% in dodge and an 80% in spear. We are pretty kitted towards fighting. Boom, that's another hit. We can dodge it, and all we have to do is just pummel this thing until it gives up and runs away, in which we can throw another arrow into its body. Boom, we hit it. We hit it again, it's down. We're actually gonna counter-strike with this one right to the body. Boom. It fails to smack me effectively, and I skillfully counter-strike with my wide trident thrust, and we hit it right in the thorax. It's down and ready to get slaughtered. Alrighty, everyone. After an entire battle, we have finally stabbed it and it has fallen unconscious. We're gonna beat it to death with our blunt end. We carry out a perfect blow. My wide trident strikes it hard in the head. It drops dead in an instant. That right there is Grug's second bear kill. Holy crap. Alright, now that we have killed it, we can actually see how bad we got affected by it in one of our statuses. Yeah, right here. As you see, Unreal World has a pretty in-depth medical system, kinda like Project Zomboid, in which we have locational damage, and that damage can stack, we can bleed out, and die. Thankfully, we only have a shallow tear in the right forearm, so it's not gonna be the end of the world for us. I will say, killing this bear so close to our original home is gonna make me go all the way back and sell off the meat. And right now we don't have any bandages, but because it is a superficial wound, all I'm gonna do to prepare my wound is gonna be using the physician perk, and we're just gonna clean out the wound with some water. We don't have any herbs, so yeah, that'll have to do. Okay, awesome. Now that we have killed this bear, we gotta harvest this thing up real fast. And that right there is how you process a bear. We got ourselves around 130 bear cuts that we can sell off back to the village. We are pretty close by. I mean, we're about at the halfway point, and really, I should just sell it off right now so we don't have to worry about it. The one thing I am a little bit worried about is the bear skin not surviving the day, right? So what I'm planning on doing right now is to... I really don't want to waste it. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna leave it here, and when this finishes up tanning, we are going to cure it so it lasts a little bit longer. Yeah, that's gonna be the vibe. I can't believe I killed 2 bears in one go, and while we are waiting for that, let's go complete the ritual as well so the game keeps on throwing bears my way. We gracefully hang the bear skull into the pine. On top of that, let's go make some clothing. Particularly some nice leggings. Okay, it's time. The bear skin is gonna be ready after 11 days, so it's gonna take quite a while. I will remember where this is at though, so I don't have to worry about it in the future. Let's go do our stuff. It's also day 56, so we need to grab it on day 67. Awesome, let's go move. No way there's another bear here. Do I want to try it? Screw it, man. Screw it. If this game wants to keep on throwing me bears, I'm gonna keep on killing them. We whiffed. That's fine. We can reload. Okay, it's angry. That's fine, though, because Grungus has killed before. Okay, it's running away now. Perfect. Let's pursue this bad boy. Whew. Okay, we're good. We're good. How bad is it looking right now? It's suffocating from 3 minor punctures. Awesome. Let's see if we can stack on the damage now. As we are landing solid hits and dodging flawlessly. Oh yeah, this bear's not gonna last much longer. We hit it right in the face. How bad is it looking right now? Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. A serious puncture in the face. It's seriously wounded. It's dead. Yep, there it is. We carry out a perfect thrust right into its neck. It's unconscious. Let's smack it over the head with our bludgeon. It's dead. Oh my god. Are you not entertained right now? Grungus, the bear slayer, has killed 3 bears! All in a small amount. Dude, I have all of these bear cuts. I don't even know what I'm gonna sell for these things. We're carrying so much supplies on us. Okay. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go through the tanning process with this bear as well then. Let's make it real quick. All right, we'll make a nice little shelter here to commemorate where it's at, and we'll process this bad boy up super duper quick like. Also, drop the javelins while we're at it. We're never gonna use those ever again. Okay, things are going pretty quickly. We are exhausting ourselves, and it's really a race of time against whether I can have this food last and make the journey. But we are almost done curing the meat, which I want to do, and then we are heading straight off. Okay, we're gonna cure it. We're gonna leave this here. We'll remember it in another 11 days. Now we just need to grab all of the meat, pass out a little bit, and get a damn move on. Oh my god, there's so much bear meat, man. Well, we did do the skull ritual, so we should be cool when it comes to that. If I told you guys that I wanted to actually build a base, would you believe me? Oh man, it's bad. It's bad in a good way. We're so back. Anyways, we're carrying about 240 pounds of meat. It's time for us to leave. Hell yeah, we've made it into the settled areas with all of our food still being fresh. We're gonna be able to trade for so much, and at this point, we're gonna trade for whatever these guys got, okay? We have so much, it would be insane if we didn't. So yeah, let's really cash out here, because I don't know when we're gonna get another boon like this. All the meat you have, it's gonna be mine. Ooh, there's also some boats here. I might want to buy that punt. We'll see how much we have near the end here. Also, give me the net. Yeah. We're gonna set ourselves up real nice. You know it's really bad when the amount of stuff we have quite literally over encumbers me, so I need to do these trades in like little sections, right? For now, we are gonna be buying, let's see here, some hemp yarn, a net, also a paddle. In exchange, we are gonna be... Oh, also we are getting a bunch of salted meats as well. So let's see how much he wants in exchange. I'm guessing the net and paddle is gonna be quite the bit of money wanted, right? We're gonna start off with our tasty roasted bear cuts, and we're gonna move from there. Alright, nice. We just had to offer him about 150 roasted bear cuts. It's a deal. Bada boom. I have no idea if we're gonna be able to afford the punt. Do I want it? Not bad at all. All it costed me was 25 bear cuts. We're done here. Okay. Wow, we really left with the profit today. Okay. Yeah, no. Now we just have to mark down us getting the stuff on day 67. The hides, and we will be chilling. Okay, let's head all the way home now. This is all we needed to do. We'll head off straight diagonally. We'll hit up the lake, and we will finally be back home, a changed man. 3 bears, 2 elks, and a lynx down. The hunts have been good, and it's only gonna get better. Let's go move out now. Here we are. We're currently at the northern end of the lake right next to my base. So, let's head on down, let's drop the punt over, and let's get a damn move on. I forget how to use this thing, but I'm pretty sure what we do is we drop the punt on the ground, we equip our, our paddle, just like that, and we walk right on in. We push the punt into water and jump on board, which means we can just move right on over to our silly little house. Right there. Oh man, this is so cool, dude. Hell yeah. Alright, where's my house at? Where is it at? It's been so long since I've seen this place. It's right here. Just how I left it. Are there any animals in the traps? There are none. Huh, pretty surprising. Well, actually, there is one bird inside of there. I'll get to you later. Anyways, I think this is going to be a good time to end the episode. We did screw up recording a little bit, but in that we have killed ourselves 3 bears, we've gotten ourselves actual metal supplies, we're going to be able to make clothing, and very soon we're going to be able to make a cellar, and finally build out our cabin. This is very exciting. I can't wait for next time. We have survived for 59 days, and I will see all of you later. Grungus Kamalainen has had a pretty cool life. Well, I'm not sure if you could call it a life because we've only survived for 60 days, but we certainly have done a lot, and right now we are going to do so much more. Anyways, welcome back to Unreal World. If you remember last episode, we had killed a couple of things. And by a couple of things, I mean a lot. So much so that we finally have all of the tools we need to begin my homesteading dream. That, and we can also do some fishing and netting as well. So yeah, today's gonna be a big building day, and right now, the first thing I want to make is something that I've wanted to make for the longest time. One singular cellar, in which I am going to need 6 slender trunks, 6 boards, 10 stones, and 1 shovel. We can basically do that right now. Also, I'm looking right now, and our bear cuts have spoiled off, so I will throw those out somewhere else. I will be using the bear fat, though, in order to cook that up, because it is stale, and I would like to eat a little bit of breakfast. There we are. We got ourselves a very healthy breakfast, enough to fuel me for my big stone collection and big tree chopping day. Boom, we got ourselves a cellar, everyone. Hell yeah. Okay, this is so nice. Let's go grab all of our food and drop it off inside. If you don't know, by the way, a cellar in this game will extend the shelf life of food, like, by 50%, so having it nearby is extremely nice. And now that we have it, I think we're gonna start to begin our passive trapping of fish, right? We got the net, we have the punt. I think that would be a very good way to get fresh cuts of food without going out and, hunting. There we are. We can check it in a few days to see if we caught anything else. We also do have a Lipo, which I might want to try just to see if I can, pull it off. Sadly, we didn't catch any fish. You know what? That's fine. At least we know how to use it now. I'm actually really excited that we have so many avenues for catching food now. It makes me feel like I'll be able to finish this cabin without worrying about it. I also forgot to grab the corpse of the bird. Well, it's dead now from starvation. We can go eat that up real quick. Anyways, now that we have our net set up, we have our Lipo, I think it's finally time for us to begin construction of our forever home. Oh my, okay, the things we are gonna be needing for a wooden building, northwest corner, is as follows. 6 logs and an axe. We can do that, it's gonna take a lot of time though, so yeah, after 62 days of adventuring life, we will finally begin the big one. I will also harvest up some of these nettles here, so they aren't around the area. Okay, it's been about 4 full days of work, and we have been subsisting off of animals we've been catching in our traps. I will say things have been going pretty slow, as I don't even have the first section of walls done, and as it stands right now, how many logs we need is gonna be a lot, right? Because one section of log wall is 6 logs, which is 6 trees, and with each of those trees, I need to then carve them into logs. It's a lot, but I think it's been enough time for us to finally go check our net to see if we've caught any fish. Nice, we caught a lavaret. You know what? That's free food. It's all passive income. And now it's back to the building process. There we are. We have finally finished off our first wall piece. That's it. It's taken us, let's see, about 6 days to build a single wall piece. I'll be honest, we're probably gonna have to downscale to like a, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, like a 3 by like 4. Yeah, and even then it might take a little bit. We might do like a 3 by 3 to be honest, but boom, we do have our first wall down. It's, it's a start. It is a start. I might have to go over the 100-day limit in order to finish this thing, but yeah. In other good news, our net has been getting us a whole bunch of fish, so we haven't had to worry too much about food. Our food is still good inside the cellar as well, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, because it is now day 68, we are actually going to be heading back up north in order to go grab our bear hides that we had left before. Yeah, here we are, just like the day we left them. One harsh bear skin. I'm pretty sure we still need the fat in order to soak them up. Oh, okay, we need to soak them in order to continue tanning. Okay, cool. That means we can go grab the other without too much of an issue. Right over here. Boom, 2 harsh bear skins ready to be processed. Awesome. Okay, we are back home. I'm not going to start tanning these bear skins right now because we don't have the proper tanning for them. So instead what I'm going to do is leave them here and I'm going to go grab a crap ton of alder bark so we can actually process those bad boys down. With a little bit of gathering, we have ourselves 6 sheets of alder bark, which should be enough for at least 1 bear hide. So let's go soak one of these bad boys up to turn into clothing or just more trading material. And now that all of our chores are done, we can finally start with the next section of wall. Well, it's definitely not a house, but we have found ourselves a forest reindeer out in the brush. And you know exactly what I'm about to do, right? That's food for the winter, and we can use that to easily trade with the nearby villages. So I am gonna let loose an arrow, and we are gonna try to lead it south into the mire, right? Hopefully I'm a good shot with this. Damn it, we missed. That's fine, it's running down south. Oh, there's multiples. This is a good sign. Oh, it's an entire colony. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be good. We just gotta kill one. Yes! Yes! Oh, man! Yes! Okay, we were able to follow them into the woods and we got ourselves a lucky shot. We instantly gibbed it right in its thorax. Oh, it's back up. It's running away now. Oh, no. I thought I should have finished it off with another arrow. That's okay. That's all right. It should be bleeding pretty bad now, so we might be able to track it normally. Yeah, okay, I give up. I have no idea where it went. Damn it, dude. That would have been so nice to have. Let's just focus on building. That was a big waste of time. Okay. That's the second wall down. It has taken us about 75 or about 15 days to get down 2 walls. Yeah, no, things are going pretty slow, but they are going. We are also getting colder because it is harvest month, which is autumn. So I think we're gonna turn that bear hide we had gotten into, whatchamacallit, clothes, right? So shirts, pants, the whole 9 yards. Now that looks like a cold weather worthy wardrobe. Yeah, no, that's gonna keep me super duper warm. So we won't have to worry about freezing to death at the very least. Food, a little bit of an issue, but, you know, maybe our net will give us a nice little boon. And it has. We've gotten ourselves a nice salmon. That'll keep me fed for another few days. It is now day 78, and we have found ourselves another bear. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Why the hell not? We're gonna track this guy down very slowly, and if he comes close, I am going to kill him. Matter of fact, let's start it now. Boom, that's a hit. Let's pull out our trident, and let's get this bread. It's actually kicking our butt right now. Ooh, okay, we're fine. Let's just keep on dodging. This is a little bit more risky. I think I'm starting to reach the point to where my luck is about to run out with killing these things. Let's just keep on stabbing it. It's gotta be low. Woo! This is so dangerous. But as dangerous as it is, we are winning. Okay, now it's running off. Awesome. We are gonna leave it there. How bad is our injury? It looks to be a bruise and a shallow tear in the left forearm. We can treat those. We are hunting you down. That's it now. We're taking it slow. We are slowly fatiguing this thing. It is wounded pretty bad. I wish I would have hit it in the legs, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. The bear's coming at me. Let's hit it with an arrow. We missed. Gosh diggity dang it. I'm not even going to go for the arrow because it's probably not going to be retrievable. I much rather want to focus on just hunting down and killing this bear. Ah, missing. I am missing so many arrow shots right now. I'm very disappointed in myself. Damn it, dude. Oh, okay, we're fine. The only benefit right now is that these woods are very open, so it's a lot easier to track down animals, right? Right. Oh, I found you. Okay, everyone. We have been tracking this thing down for the majority of the day, and I'm hoping it just charges me, to be honest. It'd make my life a lot easier if it just did. We still are following this thing from a distance, though, very slow and steady. It's become a really big game of cat and mouse. I can't get close enough to get a shot off, and it keeps on regenerating stamina before I can come in with it. So, yeah, it's been very rough. I'm hoping that we will be able to just get a maybe... Oh, yeah, charge me, please. There it is. Perfect. Let me get the shot off now. I missed. That's fine. Let's pull out our trident. Dodge. Drop our short bow for the two-handed bonus, and... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We're good, though. It's time you die. Please don't run. Please don't do this to me. You know what? The more I'm thinking about it, it's not worth it. We have been hurt a lot worse than I had imagined. Yeah, no, we really got messed up. We have a serious bite in our left shoulder. Okay, we're going home. We're gonna clean our wounds, and we are gonna go to sleep. This is so depressing, but we are alive, so yeah, let's hope it doesn't get too bad. Let's focus on the cabin instead. Okay, everyone, things have been going terribly. For one, my injury has been affecting my cabin. For two, I got sidetracked and I let the bear fur rot. I want to cry. Oh, dude, that's so much fur. Oh, man, that sucks eggs. It's currently day 82. We have not made any progress on the cabin, but I need to see this cabin through. Yeah, we are surviving. I really wouldn't say thriving. At the very least, we are still alive. We have been cleaning out our wound regularly. It's slowly, you know, healing up. It still sucks, dude. This sucks so much. After seeing that hide, I want to die. We also lost all of our arrows in that bear fight, so we don't even have anything to show for it. You know what? I think today's gonna be a trade day. We're gonna grab all of our leftover hides, furs, whatever the hell we can sell off, and we're gonna see if we can get anything at all with this. Maybe some arrows, maybe some extra food, right? Yeah, let's head out. Alrighty, everyone, we've made it to a village. Let's get some arrows, and let's get the heck out of here. He doesn't have arrows. Of course he doesn't. These guys are useless. I am in my downward spiral arc right now. Please? Oh, there it is. There it is. This guy has arrows. Give me all of them. I will just sell you... you want these furs? Just a few more things away, huh? What do you want, buddy? What do you want? Inferior fishing rod? We have 2 of those at home. Yeah, nope, no problem. Thank you very much. We don't have enough for food, but we take small wins when we can get them. I dropped my bow. Dude, no! Oh. Hey, man, could I have that short bow? What items would you prefer? My knife? I can't give you that, man. It's that small lapse in judgment that really just sets you on a downward spiral, huh? Well, we'll see if we can maybe... get some dried foods here, and we might be able to just sell off our stuff. Yeah. Okay, there it is. We were able to trade with our harsh elk fur for some supplies. More importantly, food. We got ourselves like a few bits of dried meat, 67 turnips. You know what? I'll count that as a win. It's not over just yet. We don't have a bow. I forgot I wanted to trade for the bow. That's funny. That's real funny. You know what? I'll just give him my clothes for the damn thing. I need one. You know what? I'll give you my overcoat and 1 arrow because he wants it. It's a deal. It's a small investment. Yeah, no, that still sucks, but hey. We're alive. Now we can head home. Oh, hold on. Hold on here. This might be it. Hello there, elk. Please. I need you. Damn it! Okay, that's fine. We can track this thing down. We're gonna be able to kill it. Now we finish it off with the club. It's breathless, it's wounded, it's mine. Whew. Alright. What a real jiffy. This is gonna be a really big boon for me, little guy. So I hope you know that you are gonna help me out so much by doing this. There it is. Oh my lord. It's day 83, and we finally have ourselves an elk cut. Not only that, but we are so close to the settlements, we're gonna be able to cook this thing up and to get it real nice real quick. So I am very happy. Let's go, yeah, let's go do our rounds. You already know what's gonna happen. Okay, I did a trade. I sold my overcoat, my bear overcoat, but in turn, I have some more smoked cuts and, more importantly, 2 nets. So hopefully having 2 nets will be able to double my food intake. I think we're doing pretty good. Hopefully we can make it back before our elk hide, rots away, and we can turn that into clothing. Anyways, I will see all of you then. It's a lot of work going back and forth, but we gotta make it work. Okay, awesome, it's not rotted. We can tan this up then. Okay, with a failed shot and a little bit of hide beating, we do have another fur that we can turn into clothing. For now, we're hot, so we should be fine, but we do have that option. I am so happy, especially with the extra net. Yeah, no, you know what? I think we are gonna come back here stronger. It is day 87, and I doubt I'm gonna be able to finish up the cabin in just 100 days, so we are gonna go a little bit longer so I can, reach a sense of accomplishment by finishing this damn cabin. There are foreign traders here. You know what? We'll go say hello. You guys got anything cool? A hand axe, a fine round shield. We also have ourselves a broadsword, and finally, maces, round shields, and a longbow. How much for that longbow, buddy? Hey, hello there. I mean, I could go without clothing for a little bit for one of those bad boys. It's a deal. Okay, you know what? Boom, that's done. Oh, yeah. Screw the short bow, we got ourselves a longbow. Oh, also, another cool thing. My wound is about to heal. It's about 7% away, so yeah, we did survive the bear attack. Anyways, it's time we hammer out this cabin. Oh, also one last thing I forgot to mention. I did trade off my splitting axe for a carving axe because carving axes are nice for carving out log walls. I hope it wasn't an issue, but we will see about that very soon. Up. And that right there is called a payoff. Okay, we had killed ourselves a sow from tracking it down and shooting it with my longbow, which is a lot better than the short bow. We have about 120 cuts of meat that we can sell off to traders in the future, so I'm pretty excited, Yeah. It shouldn't take too much longer. It is day 89. Trust me, we will get to the cabin. You already know the rundown with the traders, though. I'm gonna be looking mainly for cuts of meat. Thankfully, we should get there very quickly due to our punt. Alrighty, it's been 95 days. We have been just chopping down numerous amounts of trees. I doubt it's enough. We've also been checking our traps regularly. We've been eating our pork chops. Things have been going pretty good. And more importantly, my cellar is full of food, right? It feels very nice to have this much stuff. And then on top of it, if we want to head out, we can go and visit our nets, which have been bringing in a lot of lavarets because it is their spawn season, so we have been drowning in these things. So yeah, we're gonna be eating good. Oh yeah, best investment ever, I would say. You know, getting food without having to leave the comfort of my own home. And now that we have chopped down quite a few trees, we can begin on the wall building process, in which my carving axe should be very helpful. Yeah. Hey, and would you look at that? Our bite in the shoulder has fully healed up. Hell yeah. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to day 100. As you see, I definitely overestimated how long it'd take to build a home. Matter of fact, I haven't built out anything else other than just this bit right here. These two walls are basically it. It's definitely a lot more work than I would have anticipated, but we are slowly chopping down more trees and processing them and doing that whole shebang. I'll be honest, this house is probably not going to be that large. It's going to be a pretty small house because of how much work this is taking, but we are going to try to get at least a little bit more down. Yeah, it's gonna be like a little 2x2 to be honest, but it'll do the job. It's day 100. I just want to finish off this cabin to end it off rightfully. So I will see all of you till then. Do I want to try my luck right now? As it stands, we are approaching winter very quickly, and our clothing is not enough because I did I would say, a very rash decision of selling off a fur set that I would have used for clothing. But if we kill this bear, you know, we will have a little bit of food and some fur to turn into clothing. You know what? What's one more bear, right? We've survived 100 days, I think. Oh, it has a kid. It has a cub. Oh no. Oh, good lord. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna start firing off shots. That's a hit. Both of the animals are coming in to attack me right now. I am going to drop the arrow. Dodge. They're both attacking me. Okay, I think we're dead. Oh no. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna go for the mom first. Boom. Hit. We're dodging. We got this. That's it. Come on, 2 at 1. Grungus has got this. Okay, they got a hit in on me. You know what? Let's go for the kid. Okay, now the kid is fatigued as well. It's limping. How's the mom looking? Walking lame. Okay, hell yeah. The baby is running away. It just leaves the mom. Boom, mom is running. Let's have the mom go for a bit. There it is. Dodge you. Kill the child. Point right to the body. Oh god, they're both attacking us now. How much more will it take to kill these damn things? How are they looking? Slightly fatigued, seriously wounded. Seriously wounded, slightly fatigued. Good, they're both slowly dying. That's it. Just a little bit more. You're running away. I do not want them to get into my blind spot though, so I want to kill them like this. Don't mind me, Mom. I'm just killing your child, please. There it is. Unconscious. Yeah, that's right, Chuckle Nuts. Oh, you're actually slow. Oh, what is that? You're crippled? Well, 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 that's all you had to say, because now I can disequip my trident and just fire shots at you until you die a horrible, horrible death. Unless your child gets in the way, in which I'm gonna kick him. Or not. Okay, we have to kill the kid. There it is, we land another hit to its hip. Is it now crippled? It's now crippled. Okay, it's still after me though. That's fine, we will finish it off. There it is. Unconscious, let's just smack your skull in. Boom. Bingo. It's dead. Okay, now that you're the only one left, Mama Bear, I'm gonna take my time in killing you, okay? First of all, how do you like this javelin? Oh, not good. Not good at all. Okay. You wait there. I'm gonna go collect my arrows really quick and we can finish you off rightfully. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. How bad did I get messed up? Just a bruise. Damn. Well, you guys are gonna feed me for a very long time, so I appreciate it a lot. There it is. It's dead. Right in its neck. Let's finish you off. Oh, it's back on its feet. Okay, that's when we back up and fire some more arrows into it. I missed. Anyways, have another arrow right in you, buddy. There it is. You can't run away. I'm gonna kick you in the head. In which that knocks it unconscious so I can kill you. Oh, Grungus, you absolute champion. It's fine. It got back up, but we instantly kicked it back down. No way am I kicking a bear to death right now. Oh my god, we're so cool. There it is. It's dead. We have a harmed, big female bear ready to process. How many arrows we got? We have 4 arrows. We also broke 2 while fighting a squirrel. But hey, we won. You know, that's what really matters. I don't know where any of my arrows have went, but I think that's a pretty good sacrifice in terms of what we've gotten here, right? And I'm not gonna make these go to waste. So let's begin our dark work immediately. We're gonna be spending a lot of time out here, even though we are pretty close to our base. Alrighty, nice. We have enough carry capacity to grab all of these cuts of meat. So I'm gonna grab these, and I'm gonna move over to my actual home so we can process this very soon. Oh, also, I need to hang the bear skulls. Almost forgot about that. Yeah, there's 2 bear skulls I need to do that with. Oopsie, that would have been really embarrassing. So here's Mom Bear right down there, and Baby Bear can go right over here. By the way, it's hilarious how bears are my most sought-after animal, knowing how dangerous they are. I mean, one of them has almost killed me, but so far, I have a lot more of them killed than me, and this fur is going to last me till I finish this cabin, which is very, very nice. And now that we do have it all, we can drop off our meat at the cellar, finish off our hide, and then if the stuff is still good, we can trade it off. If not, I'm not gonna be too beat up over it, right? Right. Also, if you're wondering, the fishing nets have been the biggest boon ever for me. These bad boys bring in food when no one else does. And it's so nice to have this, like, small little passive income. We don't need it right now because of the bears, but seeing, you know, fish in the nets is very nice. Awesome sauce. I didn't let these bear hides go to waste this time, and we have ourselves 24 full pounds of clothing, which I'm gonna go and make into actual bits of clothing now. Let's go do that while it's dark. We're talking mittens, a shirt, and a overcoat. There we are. That should keep us pretty damn warm, and we have used up all of the hides. Awesome. Let's go see if we can trade off the rest then. Okie dokie, we are done with the trading process. We sold off all of our roasted bear cuts, and in turn, we got a whole bunch more dried and smoked foods. We have ourselves, more importantly, a pot to cook soups in, make bread out of, and a whole bunch of other stuff, so I'm very excited about that, which was probably the majority of where our bear slices went into. We also have 20 arrows, and yeah, things are going pretty damn good. I think we have everything we need in terms of supplies. I know I said this once, but I'll say it again. This is it. We're gonna build the cabin now. We have survived for 118 days. It's time. It's winter. The good thing is that we do have clothing now, so we're not freezing to death either. Yeah, no, this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's go head over. Let's finish her off. We are done with the initial exterior of the cabin. It's pretty small, I'll be honest. The most we can fit in here is a single fireplace and a bench, and we have to put all of our items on top of the bench. But that really goes to show you how much time you need to create the smallest things, right? It is currently day 124, and this is what we have to show for it. But it's not done until we finish it off with its own little fireplace and bench. So up next, we're gonna do the door, and we're gonna, go through the process, all right? What do we need for it? We need 8 boards. We already got those right over here. There's my little house. Welcome on in. It doesn't have any flooring or ceiling, so we're gonna work on that next. Okay, awesome sauce. That is all of our floorings down, so now we have a fully enclosed place to drop off all of my supplies. It took a little bit of time, but we're finally there. We have a cabin to call our own, and it's not complete until we add in the furniture now. We're gonna need 35 stones. Okay, we're gonna go collect them. That should be 35. Let's see it right on the ground, please. Boom. 35 stones. Okay, let's go set up this silly little fireplace then. You know what this means? We can actually smoke food in here. But it's not complete until I add in one more thing. A simple bench for me to sleep on, like the true king I am. So let's see what it'll take to build that out. It's gonna take 2 boards. Okay, that's really easy. Let's go grab those right now. Boom, right there. Hell yeah, man. Welcome on home, everyone. We actually pulled it off. It took, let's see here, 126 days, 26 over my intended goal, but I'm pretty happy with what we have, right? It ain't much, but this sets down a pretty good baseline of self-sustenance. We have a cellar filled to the brim with dried and preserved goods. We have a trap net line right outside our little house to get passive fish. Matter of fact, we could probably go over there right now and catch like a few trout, right? Let's go check them out right now. Boom, we caught ourselves a free bream, and all we have to do is reset it and get more fish like that. If that isn't enough, though, we also have ourselves a longbow and a whole bunch of arrows to hunt down any large game. And because we actually do have ourselves a cabin now, what I can do is dry out food or smoke them inside my little place, right? We can do that now. We have a heated room, which is really freaking cool. So yeah, no, we can preserve our own foods. If I really want to hunt some live game, all I have to do is look around a little bit here, and we can usually find them. I think Grungus Kamalainen is pretty much set for winter, right? We've killed like 6 bears in this series all alone, and I think I'm ready to say goodbye to it. The snow is setting in, so now all we have to do is grab some branches here, move on inside our pretty little base, and drop off some firewood, lighting up our first fire. Oh, that feels good, everyone. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with this. It's small, but it's mine, right? And I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. And that's what I like about Unreal World. This small 2x1 cabin took me an entire series to get to, but every step of the way, it was satisfying. So yeah, if you liked this series, make sure you like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more in Grungus's 126 days. That's gonna be it here for me. I might continue Winter, but that might be on a stream on my Twitch channel. Anyways, I will see all of you till next time. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I love this game, and I loved covering it. Peace the hell out, everyone.